911, what's your emergency?
Please, I'm trapped in a freezer truck. It's so cold. Please, I can't feel my hands.
Hang up, now!
What? Why? He needs help.
Because he died in that truck 3 years ago.
911，你那边出什么事了？
求你了，我被关在冷藏车里，冷得要命。求求你，我手都冻僵了。
挂掉，现在就挂。
为什么？他需要我们帮助。
因为他3年前就死在那个车厢里了。
什么向阳而生，人就得向死而生。We always think life so long. Like next time, when I have time, when I get hub, when ich reich bin, da passiert vielleicht nie. Therefore, einfach. Послезавтра. Просто подумай об этом. Что ты еще хочешь? Tu as envie de voir que tu n'as pas encore vu? Fonce, fais-le maintenant. Go, go, go. On s'en fout de se dane o que os outros pensam. Encare a morte viva até enlouquecer.
Hey, welcome back to Cottonbyte. Today I'm walking you through 3 different ways to translate your videos using AI and editing software. Alright, let's kick things off with single speaker videos. You'll need some basic editing chops for this one. Say you've got a Chinese stand-up clip. Just hop into CapCut or whatever editor you vibe with, extract the subtitles, and export them as an SRT file. That's the format that pairs text with timestamps. Now here's a neat trick. Rename the file extension to .txt and boom, you can peek right inside. Since my clip's in Chinese, I drop it into Gemini and ask it to translate everything without touching the timestamps. Once it spits out the English version, I just save it and switch the extension back to .srt. Done. Next, we fire up this SRT to MP3 workflow collection. Shout out to my buddy 7Fading who built this. He's got his own VoiceBridge node, hooked up with a bunch of the latest open source models in one tidy little package. You'll spot some familiar faces here. VoxCPM and FishAudio from my earlier videos, plus Longcat, which I haven't covered before, and right at the bottom, 7Fading's own complete workflow. Now, they don't all play the same tune, so here's my honest take after putting them through their paces. VoxCPM TTS is hands down my favorite. Speed-wise, VoxCPM and Longcat audio are both snappy. You're looking at about 30 seconds of audio generated per minute. FishAudio, on the other hand, took its sweet time, clocking in at several dozen minutes. Probably a compatibility hiccup, so that one got the axe. On cross-language performance, 7Fading's custom workflow runs on Qwen 3 TTS, and honestly, it sometimes just straight up ignored the language I fed it. Axed. For timeline accuracy, Longcat actually takes the crown, but I still gave it the boot. Here's why. It's a total stickler for those timestamps. When Chinese gets translated to English, sentences naturally stretch out, and Longcat just mercilessly chops them off mid-sentence to stay on schedule. Brutal. With my 26-second sample, VoxCPM TTS spits out a slightly longer file, maybe 28 seconds, but a quick manual tweak in the timeline fixes that right up. I'm tossing the whole collection onto Runninghub, by the way, so you can go wild experimenting. Now, heads up inside the VoxCPM TTS workflow. After uploading the reference audio and its content, the node you want to keep an eye on is the Runninghub VoxCPM Generate Speech 1. Leave everything else alone, but flip that ultimate clone switch off. Otherwise, cross-language cloning gives everything this stubborn Chinese accent no matter what you say. Take a listen. Audio sample. Plus, turning that off actually brings your audio length closer to what the SRT file expects. After that, download your audio, line it up with the video track in your editor, trim the ends to match, and export. Just like that, you've got yourself a translated video.
Wir denken immer, das Leben ist lang. So was wie nicht das Mann. Wenn ich Zeit habe, wenn ich reich bin, da passiert vielleicht nie. Therefore, einfach nur mal so. Ach, morgen sterben wir alle. Das war zu plötzlich. Übermorgen. Denk mal drüber nach.
The beauty of this method? It's fast, and you get full manual control over the subtitles. A lot of auto-translated stuff reeks of AI. But this way you can massage the text exactly how you want it, way more precise. The downside? It's mostly built for single-speaker content. And when you hit a multi-person scene, you've got to chop up the dialogue, save each speaker's lines separately, and translate them one by one. A bit of a faff, I'll admit. But here's a peek at my project files from that process. And honestly, the results are totally worth it. Full control, rock-solid quality. Alright, moving on to the second workflow. Fully automatic, courtesy of the Wizard MoteGlow. Shout out to Chengguang AI. This one handles both solo and multi-speaker videos, and you can even upload plain audio for translation. Since the output is audio only anyway, bringing a video along doesn't change much. Here's the setup. Pick 1 to use audio, 2 for video. The voice model is FishAudio 2, rocking support for 80+ languages. Below that, you've got the audio processing block. If the recognition craps out, you can flip on some usually bypassed nodes. Just don't expect a speed run, because enabling them chews up time. Oh, and toggle that switch, any on the right to 2 to match. For subtitle translation, it runs Gemini, so once your free quota dries up, the API meter starts ticking. If you're running locally, you might need to swap in a different API call node. Also, one small but crucial thing, you need to manually type in your target language in the translation block. Yeah, this workflow looks like a lot at first glance, but honestly, you just toss in your file and hit run. It does spit out a bit of a fire hose, though. Background audio, the original video's audio and subs, plus translated audio and subs, all bundled up. Since it translates in chunks, the result comes as a compressed folder, packed with individual audio segments. You still need to stitch and swap audio back in your editing software. One quirk, it sometimes only picks up 2 voices. In my test, a male voice just got ghosted entirely. Its secret weapon? It can handle 2-person conversations directly, and it keeps the background audio separate. Nice. The catch? Since it clones voices in segments, and generates each chunk independently, the timbre drifts a little between clips. And yes, you still have to splice everything together yourself, which means manually carving out pauses from the original. If you're translating into a language you don't understand, good luck with that. Plus, the generated audio tends to come out a bit slow, so you'll need to speed it up, and matching it to the original video is a real puzzle. That's why I only dare use this for Chinese translations. Okay, so maybe method 1 is a little too manual for you, and method 2 is automatic but sloppy. Fair. We've got a third option that kinda threads the needle. This one's a clever desktop app built by another genius, Tiandong, riding on TTS, one-click dubbing and synthesis. After a ton of optimization passes, it now runs even on a laptop, no beefy rig required. Fair warning, the interface is Chinese only for now, but since it's literally one click, there's zero learning curve. All you do, upload your video, pick your target language from section 3, then choose your alignment strategy down in section 4. Let me break these down. Auto speed. If the translated line ends up longer, it'll subtly accelerate the speech to squeeze it into the original duration. Keeps your new video roughly the same length as the original. Freeze frame. If a line stretches, it just holds the video frame in place, so your final video gets longer. Frame blend and RIFE interpolation. Both use fancy frame generation tricks to smooth out the motion while slowing down the video to match a more natural speaking pace. These two take longer to process though. I usually roll with freeze frame or RIFE, then just hit run and let it cook. I'll drop the download link in the comments if you want to give it a spin. And that's a wrap for today. I'll leave all the workflow and project links down in the description box. If this helped you out, do me a solid and hit subscribe or drop a like. Catch you in the next one.